In the quiet after the storm, I finally heard my name. No echoes of you anymore, just a heart learning how to stay. I spent too long filling the space with voices that didn't care. I chased love that ran away, left myself everywhere. I thought noise would keep me strong, but it only blurred my view. Funny how the silence showed everything I lost was me and you. When the world stopped pulling me apart, I felt the truth inside my chest. Not every ending breaks your heart, some endings let you rest. I found me in the silence where the pain couldn't reach. No one else to define me, just breathing honestly. I stopped asking for permission to feel safe in my skin. In the stillness, in the quiet, I found me again. No promises left to keep, no apologies to chase. I let the nights pass slowly, let the tears fall into place. Every scar began to soften, every fear lost its sound. Turns out peace was waiting when I finally slowed down. I don't need the past to stay, to know I'll be alright. Some things fade so you can see who you are without the fight. I found me in the silence where the pain couldn't reach. No one else to define me, just breathing honestly. I stopped asking for permission to feel safe in my skin. In the stillness, in the quiet, I found me again. If love returns someday, I'll meet it as I am. Oh, not waiting to be saved. Heart steady in my hands. I won't disappear to be enough. I won't lose myself to stay. I learned my voice in the silence, and I'm not afraid. I found me in the silence where the healing begins. Every breath feels lighter now, every ending lets me win. I don't fear being alone, I finally understand. In the quiet, in the stillness, I found me again. I was never missing, I was just waiting to listen. I used to think love had to hurt to prove it was real somehow, but I'm tired of bleeding for words. I want something gentle now. I bend myself out of shape just to fit inside your arms. Called it love, called it fate, but it left too many scars. I confuse a loud with a life, mistook chaos for a flame. Didn't know that peace could feel like someone saying my name. I don't need fire just to feel seen, I don't need fear to feel close. I'm learning love doesn't scream, sometimes it speaks low. I want a love that's soft enough to stay, not the kind of love that feels like coming home. If it costs my peace, it's not for me. I finally know my worth. I won't beg someone to choose me when I've already chosen myself first. I want a love that's soft enough to stay, not rushing out, not running away. No broken words, no need to prove, just steady hearts telling the truth. I don't want eyes that fade by dawn. I want a light that stays on. I'm done surviving yesterday. I want a love that's soft enough to stay. If love comes softly knocking, I'll open every door, but I won't chase the sound of leaving. I've done that before. I'll stand right where I am, heart open, feet on the ground. If you're meant to meet me here, you won't be scared of calm. I choose a love that's soft enough to stay, that doesn't leave when skies turn gray. No games, no walls, no hidden pain, just warmth when the night feels long. I don't need forever promise today, just honesty along the way. I'm done surviving yesterday. I choose a love that's soft enough to stay. Soft doesn't mean weak, it means I finally feel safe. The city fell asleep tonight, but my heart stayed wide awake. In the dark I finally felt all the things I couldn't say. I used to fear the empty hours when the noise all fades away, but tonight the quiet held me, didn't ask me to be brave. I sat with every memory, let them rise, then let them fall. For the first time I didn't run, I listened to it all. No one fixing me, no one to blame, just breathing through the ache. I learned some pain needs patience, not escape. The night let me heal slowly, wrap my tears in gentle calm. No judgment in the shadows, just the truth of who I am. I stopped fighting every feeling, let my heart feel what it feels. In the quiet, in the dark, the night let me moonlight on my window pane, like a promise I could keep, that I don't have to be strong when all I need is sleep. I laid my fears beside me, didn't push them far away. I learned peace isn't forgetting, heal. I didn't fall apart. I finally slowed down. I didn't ask for the fall, didn't plan the collapse, but standing in the ruins, I found a map. Every promise that shattered, every door that closed, left me standing alone with the parts I chose. I thought breaking meant losing, thought I'd never be whole, but the cracks started shaping a stronger soul. I used to curse the fire for the scars it gave my skin. Now I thank the heat for the steel within. What broke me built me, piece by piece, turned my wounds into belief. I didn't drown, I learned to breathe. What broke me built me. Every tear, every sleepless night taught my heart how to fight. I'm standing taller than before. What broke me built me more. I carried a weight I didn't need, love deeper than I should. I blame myself for failing when I did the best I could. I tried to be unbreakable, but that was never true. Turns out strength is staying soft after all you've been through. I don't hide the scars I wear, they're proof I made it here. I survived my weakest days and I'm still here. What broke me built me, piece by piece, turned my wounds into belief. I didn't drown, I learned to breathe. What broke me built me. Every tear, every sleepless night taught my heart how to fight. I'm standing taller than before. What broke me built me more. I won't rewrite the past, I won't pretend it didn't hurt, but I won't give my power to the things that made it worse. I rose from the wreckage slowly, but I rose with open eyes. I didn't lose myself in pain, I learned how to survive. What broke me built me, strong and true. Every scar a point of view. I found my voice, I found my ground, and the pieces on the ground. I won't fear the fall again. I know how to begin. I am more than what I lost. What broke me built me. I'm not ashamed of the cracks, they're how the light got in. I used to hold my breath at night, afraid the silence would say your name. But tonight the air feels lighter, and I don't feel the same. Every room still knows your shape, every song still sounds like you. But I'm not breaking when it hurts, I'm just letting it move through. I thought love was oxygen, Thought I'd fade if you were gone, but I'm still standing here, learning how to carry on. I don't erase what we were, I just release what I'm not. Some hearts don't mean to leave, they just forgot. I'm breathing without you slowly, one calm moment at a time. I don't need your hand to hold me, I've got mine. I still miss the way we felt, but I don't need you to survive. I'm breathing without you now, and I'm alive. I used to measure every day by how much I still hurt. Now I count the little wins, like smiling without forcing words. Your echo's getting quieter, your shadow's letting go. Turns out healing doesn't rush, it happens slow. I don't hate you, I just choose to stop holding my breath. Love can end without regret and still leave me blessed. I'm breathing without you slowly, one calm moment at a time. I don't need your hand to hold me, I've got mine. I still miss the way we felt, but I don't need you to survive. I'm breathing without you now. If I stumble, I'll stand back up. I've learned how to be kind. I don't need to rush the healing, I'm right on time. I love deeply, that was real, but I won't drown in goodbye. I can carry the memory and still rise. I'm breathing without you freely, with my feet back on the ground. I don't fear the empty spaces, there were pieces found. I'll always honor what we were, but I won't lose my light. I'm breathing without you now, and that's alright. I didn't stop loving, I just learned how to breathe. I used to wait by the phone like love was something to earn, but silence taught me faster than every lesson I learned. I read your moods like a weather, changed myself to make it stay. I called it understanding, but it slowly wore me away. I gave more than I had inside, hoping you'd see my heart. But love shouldn't feel like losing just to keep someone close. I don't explain why, I don't shrink to be chosen. If I'm not enough as I am, that door stays open. I don't beg anymore, I don't chase closed doors. If you wanna love me, meet me halfway or not at all. I don't plead for attention, I don't trade peace for hope. If staying means losing myself, patience for waiting, mistook effort for pain. I stayed longer than I should have, calling distance a phase. But love isn't convincing, and it's not a one-sided war. If I have to ask to be seen, I don't ask anymore. I'm done negotiating my heart to lowering the bar. If love costs me my dignity, it's too far. I don't beg anymore. I don't chase closed doors. If you wanna love me, meet me halfway or not at all. I don't plead for attention. I don't trade peace for hope. If staying means losing myself, I'd rather let go. If you leave, I'll still be whole. If you stay, let it be real. I won't break myself in half for something unsure to feel. I finally know my value, and I protect it now. I don't need to be chosen, I choose me somehow. I don't beg anymore. I don't fear being alone. I'd rather sit with my truth than beg for love that's gone. I stand steady in my worth, heart open, feet on the floor. I don't beg for love now. I don't beg anymore. I stopped asking to be loved and started loving me. I thought the damage marked the end, that broken men I never shine. But something warm is slipping in between the spaces I once hid. I try to hide the broken parts, painted smiles over the seams, but every crack was telling me I'm more than what I've been. I held myself together tight, afraid I'd fall apart. Didn't know the light was waiting for an open heart. I don't need to be untouched to be worthy of love. Some beauty only shows itself when things aren't perfect enough. There's a light through the cracks in me, where the pain used to stay. Every scar tells a story. I survived another day. I don't hide what hurt me, I let it soften my heart. The light didn't break me, it found me through the cracks. I used to fear the daylight, thought it would see my flaws, but the truth looks kinder now when I let the walls fall. I'm not fixed, I'm not finished, but I'm finally okay. I'm learning that healing doesn't rush its way. I don't erase the past, I just change how it lives in me. Some wounds turn into windows if you let them be. There's light through the cracks in me, where the pain used to stay. Every scar tells a story. I survived another day. I don't hide what hurt me, I let it soften my heart. The light didn't break me, it found me through the. I'm not ashamed was opening. I used to fight every scar like it was proof I failed. But every mark left something behind, a lesson I couldn't erase. I blame myself for staying, for loving past the signs. But I see it clearer now, I was trying to survive. Every tear was a language, every ache had a voice. Pain was never my enemy, it was just asking for a choice. I don't ask why anymore, I ask what did I learn. Some truths only arrive when bridges burn. I let the pain teach me gently, show me what I deserve. It didn't come to break my heart, it came to change my worth. Every fall rewrote my steps, every loss set me free. I didn't lose myself to love, I let the pain teach me. I stayed quiet to keep the peace, ignore the weight inside. I called it love, I called it hope, but it asked me to hide. Now I listen when my chest feels tight, I don't silence the signs. Pain taught me where to draw the line. I won't apologize for growth, for needing something true. Pain doesn't mean you failed, it means you grew. I let the pain teach me gently, show me what I deserve. It didn't come to break my heart, it came to change my worth. Every fall rewrote my steps, every loss set me free. I didn't lose myself to love, I let the pain teach me. I don't relive the hurt, I honor what it gave. I'm softer now, but stronger too, and that's not something to escape. If love comes knocking differently, I'll recognize the sound. Pain trained my heart to know what safe feels like now. I let the pain teach me clearly, turn the dark into a guide. I don't fear the past anymore, it walks with me, not inside. I grew roots where I once bled, I learned who I can be. I didn't break from loving hard, I let the pain teach me. Some lessons hurt, but they last. Your name still lives in quiet places, in songs and streets and old replies. But it doesn't hold me hostage now, it just passes by. I remember how it felt back then, like the world stopped when you left. Every moment was a reminder, every breath a test. But time kept moving even when my heart didn't want to try. And somewhere in the waiting, I learned how to survive. I don't pretend it didn't matter. I don't pretend it didn't hurt. I just won't let yesterday decide my worth. I'm stronger than the memory now. It doesn't pull me under. Once broke me into pieces, couldn't keep me torn forever. I carry what was real, but I don't relive the pain. I'm stronger than the memory, and that's how I remain. I used to measure every step by how far you were from me. Now I walk without looking back, and I finally feel free. Your shadow fades a little more every time I choose my life. I don't erase the past, I just outgrow its fight. Some love lives as a chapter, not a place you stay. I thank it for what it taught me, then I turn the page. I'm stronger than the memory now. It doesn't pull me under. What once broke me into pieces couldn't keep me torn forever. I carry what was real, but I don't relive the pain. I'm stronger than the memory, and that's how I remain. If your face appears in passing, I won't lose my ground. I've learned my heart is bigger than the love I lost back then. I don't need closure from you, I gave it to myself. Healing didn't come from forgetting, it came from choosing myself. I'm stronger than the memory now. It doesn't know my name. The past can knock, but it won't stay. I don't live there anyway. I'm open, calm, and standing tall. I know just who I am. I'm stronger than the memory. That's who I am. It's still a memory, just not a weight. I don't need answers before sleep. I don't need the past to be kind. Tonight I lay my worries down and give my heart some time. I've carried questions like a weight, let them steal my rest. Every what if kept me up, every doubt in my chest. But I'm tired of replaying scenes that I can't rewrite. I deserve a quiet mind, so I choose peace tonight. Not every battle needs a scar, not every truth needs a fight. Some healing starts the moment you stop holding on too tight. I choose peace tonight over noise, over fear. I let go of what I can't control and breathe right here. I don't need to fix tomorrow or prove that I'm alright. For once I give my heart a break. I choose peace tonight. I used to chase closure in words that never came back true. Now I find comfort choose peace tonight. Let the world slow down. I don't know my pain or future. I've paid enough by now. I wake up when the light arrives, with calmer thoughts inside. This moment is enough for me. I choose peace tonight. Not everything needs healing tonight. Some things just need rest. I followed the pain for miles, thinking it would lead me back. But it only showed me where I stopped living in the past. I held on longer than I should, afraid of what I'd feel alone. But every step away from you felt closer to my own home. I thought letting go meant losing, thought it would empty my hands. But I found myself standing right where the hurt ends. I don't need one last answer, I don't need one last sign. Some things end quietly, and that's fine. This is where the hurt ends, where my heart gets to rest. I've carried the weight long enough, I don't need to hold it again. I forgive what I couldn't change, I release what I couldn't mend. I don't live in the pain anymore. This is where the hurt ends. I used to replay every word, every moment out of place. But time softened all the edges, and love lost its sharpest shape. I can look back without breaking out, without wishing I stayed. The memory still exists, but the ache has faded. I don't rewrite the story, I don't deny the truth. I just stop letting the ending speak for who I am now. This is where the hurt ends, where my heart gets to rest. I've carried the weight long enough, I don't need to hold it again. I forgive what I couldn't change, I release what I couldn't mend. I don't live in the pain anymore. This is where the hurt ends. I won't visit the old wounds just to prove they were real. I've earned my quiet mornings, I've earned the way I feel. Closure didn't come from you, it came when I chose peace. I stopped asking the past to explain me. This is where the hurt ends, and the living begins. I step out of the shadow I was trapped in. I don't know my pain or future, I don't know my scars' defense. I'm not who I was back then. This is where the hurt ends. I didn't forget, I just stopped bleeding. I used to think I needed more, someone else to make me complete. But I'm standing here with open hands, and I finally feel my feet. I gave my heart in pieces, left parts of me behind. I thought love meant dividing myself to keep someone in my life. But the quiet stitched me back together, slowly line by line. Turns out I was never missing, I just needed time. I don't search for what I lost, I don't fill the empty space. I let myself arrive fully at my own pace. I'm learning to be whole, not perfect, just complete. Standing steady on my own, with both my hearts and feet. I don't need someone to save me, I don't need a role. I'm not half of anything anymore. I'm learning to be whole. I used to mirror every love, disappear to belong. Now I hear my own reflection when I sing this song. I hold my flaws with kindness, I don't rush the repair. Healing isn't fixing everything, it's learning how to care. I let go of the belief that I was incomplete. I don't chase the missing parts, they're already in me. I'm learning to be whole, not perfect, just complete. Standing steady on my own, with both my hearts and feet. I don't need someone to save me, I don't need a role. I'm not half of anything anymore. I'm learning to be whole. If love comes and meets the real me, not a version shaped by fear. I won't shrink to be accepted, I'm already here. I don't fear the quiet spaces, I don't fear the slow. Everything I need to be is something I already know. I'm learning to be whole, with my scars and my glow. Every part of me belongs, there's nothing left to owe. I walk forward without breaking, without letting go. I'm not half of anything anymore. I'm learning to be whole. I didn't find myself in someone else. I came home. I stopped asking for directions, stopped forcing every sign. Somewhere in the stillness, I learned to trust what's mine. I used to doubt every feeling, questioned every open door. I was scared of being wrong again, of hoping a little more. But my heart kept beating steady, even when my mind would race. Turns out it's always know the path. I just had to slow my pace. I don't need to see the ending, I don't need it all explained. Some truths don't come from thinking they're felt, not named. My heart knows the way, even when I'm unsure. It leads me toward what's honest, what feels safe. calm between the sound. If something costs me my peace, that's where the answer's found. I don't confuse fear with instinct. I don't ignore the signs. I trust the rhythm in my chest. It's been right all this time. I don't rush the future now. I don't second guess today. When my mind gets loud with doubt, my heart still knows the way. My heart knows the way. Even when I'm unsure, it leads me toward what's honest, what feels safe, what feels pure. I don't chase love in the dark. I don't beg it to stay. I follow the quiet pull inside. My heart knows the way. If love comes softly knocking, I'll meet it where I stand. Not guarded, not afraid, just open hands. I don't need every answer. I don't need guarantees. I trust the voice inside of me. It speaks in peace. My heart knows the way through the calm and the unknown. I don't walk this road in fear anymore. I'm finally walking home. Every step feels honest now. Every choice feels brave. I don't follow echoes of the past. My heart knows the way. I don't force the future. I listen. I don't announce my healing. I don't explain my change. Some victories are silent. Some strength doesn't need a stage. I used to fight for every breath, make sure the world could see. But I don't need applause anymore to know what lives in me. I learned the loudest power is calm that doesn't shake. I don't react like I used to. That's the growth you can't fake. I don't rush to be understood. I don't prove what I survived. The peace I carry in my chest is how I know I've arrived. I rise quietly with my feet on solid ground. No more storms inside my chest, no need to make a sound. I don't chase what doesn't stay. I don't bend to be seen. I rise quietly, strong, steady, unseen. I let go of every battle that cost me who I am. I choose my words with kindness now. I move with open hands. I don't fear being overlooked. I don't fear the calm. I found my worth in stillness, not in proving I'm strong. I don't explain my boundaries. I don't argue my truth. If something asks me to betray myself, I simply refuse. I rise quietly with my feet on solid ground. No more storms inside my chest, no need to make a sound. I don't chase what doesn't stay. I don't bend to Not every victory roars. Some of them breathe. I don't need one last answer. I don't need one last tear. I've said everything my heart needed just by staying here. I walked through fire trying to understand, held the past in shaking hands, but I don't carry it like a burden now. I let it rest, I let it down. Some chapters don't need closure, scenes they fade when you finally breathe. I don't rewrite what we were, I don't fight how it ends. I thank the story for shaping me, then I let it go again. This is my gentle ending, no dramatic goodbye, just a quiet sense of knowing I'll be alright. I don't need to prove I survived, I don't need to pretend. I close the door with steady hands. This is my gentle ending. I used to fear the empty space after the final page, but silence feels like freedom now, not something I need to escape. I don't rush into what comes next, I let the moment land. Peace doesn't ask for certainty, it just asks you to stand. I don't cling to what I lost, I don't chase what could have been. I leave the past where it belongs, behind me. This is my gentle ending, no dramatic goodbye, just a quiet sense of knowing I'll be alright. I don't need to prove I survived, I don't need to pretend. I close the door with steady hands. This is my gentle ending. I forgive the nights I stayed too long, the versions of me that tried. I was learning how to love myself in the only ways I knew at the time. There's no anger left to carry, no questions to defend, just gratitude and breathing room at the end. This is my gentle ending and a quiet start. I leave the pain without a scene, I take back my heart. No more circling the same old ground, no more pretending. I walk forward calm and clear. This is my gentle ending. I didn't lose the story, I finished it. I didn't run when it hurt the most, I didn't disappear. I stayed inside the hardest nights and learned how to be here. There were days I barely spoke, barely held my head up straight. I moved through life in slow motion, trying not to break. I didn't have the answers, didn't know how I'd get through, but every time I stayed breathing, I proved myself true. I didn't need a just needed one more moment, one more try. I stayed and I survived when leaving felt easier. I held on through the quiet pain, through every broken fear. I didn't rise overnight, I didn't shine on cue. I stayed inside my healing, and that's how I survived. I learned strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, stay. It sits beside you in the dark and doesn't look away. I stopped judging how I healed, stopped rushing to be fine. I let the process take its time. I don't minimize the fight, I don't rewrite the truth. Survival isn't weakness, it's proof. I stayed and I survived when leaving felt easier. I held on through the quiet pain, through every broken fear. I didn't rise overnight, I didn't shine on cue. I stayed inside my healing, and that's how I survived. If you ask me how I made it, I won't say I was brave. I'll say I kept choosing life in the smallest ways. Every breath was an act of hope, every day a win. I didn't escape the storm, I lived within. I stayed and I survived, and now I'm standing tall. I don't fear the scars I carry, I don't hide them at all. I didn't break when I was bent, I didn't lose my truth. I stayed inside my healing, and now I'm moving through. I didn't quit on myself, and that changed everything. I've been holding my breath for so long, trying to be who I'm not. Every mirror felt like a question, every answer tied in a knot. I pushed myself through the pain, called it strength, called it dry, but I was punishing my heart just to prove I was alive. I judged every feeling I had, told my tears they were wrong. I don't need to earn my rest, I don't need to be hard to heal. I stopped fighting what I feel. No more fighting myself, no more standing in my way. I lay my armor down tonight, I don't need it anyway. I choose compassion over control, I choose softness over pride. I'm not broken, I'm becoming. No more fighting myself. I learned how to be patient, how to speak without blame. I stopped asking why I'm hurting and started listening to the pain. I let my body exhale, let my heart set the pace. Healing didn't come from pressure, it came from grace. I don't need to rush the truth, I don't need to be fixed tonight. I stopped turning my strength against my life. No more fighting my me finally ceased. No more fighting myself, I'm finally on my side. I hold my heart with open hands. I don't need to hide. I let go of who I thought I should be. I let myself be real. I'm not broken, I'm becoming, and that's how I heal. I stopped attacking my pain, and it softened. I used to think calm was temporary, something I lose again. But it's sitting with me quietly now, like an old honest friend. I don't wake up bracing for impact, I don't scan the room for pain. My thoughts don't race like they used to, they move like summer rain. I learned how to slow my breathing, learn how to trust the ground. The noise that lived inside my chest finally quieted down. I don't wait for the other shoe, I don't fear the calm will break. Peace doesn't ask permission, it stays. Calm lives here now, in my body, in my mind. I don't borrow tomorrow's worry, I leave it behind. I don't flinch at every silence, I don't brace for the fall. Calm lives here now, and that's everything after all. I sit with my coffee cooling, watch the morning light arrive. No rush to be anywhere else, no fear of wasting time. I used to confuse stillness with something being wrong. Now I know it's just the sound of me finally feeling safe. I don't rehearse old heartbreaks, I don't replay old fears. I let the moment hold me right here. Calm lives here now, in my body, in my mind. I don't borrow tomorrow's worry, I leave it behind. I don't flinch at every silence, I don't brace for the fall. Calm lives here now, and that's everything after all. If chaos knocks, I'll answer softly, I don't need to run. I've learned how to protect my peace without building walls. I don't chase the rush of healing, I don't need the high. This quiet happiness is real, and it's mine. Calm lives here now, like a truth I finally keep. I don't have to earn my rest, I don't have to bleed. I breathe in what is gentle, I let the rest dissolve. Calm lives here now, and I won't give it up. I didn't lose my fire, I learned how to warm myself. I used to save all my kindness for someone else to keep. Now I'm learning how to give it to the girl who couldn't sleep. I chased approval like a habit, measured worth by someone's gaze. I called it being selfless, but it cost me so many days. I gave my best to almost love, to promises that bad. Now I'm turning that devotion where it was always meant. I don't wait to be chosen, I don't ask to be seen. I stand right where I am, and I mean it. I love me better now, without guilt, without shame. I don't shrink to be wanted, I don't soften my name. I show up for my heart in the ways I never knew. I love me better now, and that changes everything I do. I listen when I'm tired, I rest when my body asks. I stopped wearing every smile like it was part of a mask. I speak to myself with patience, I don't rush my growth. I learned the longest relationship is the one you keep with hope. I don't apologize for needs, I don't explain my worth. I am not too much, I am enough. I love me better now, without guilt, without shame. I don't shrink to be wanted, I don't soften my name. I show up for my heart in the ways I never knew. I love me better now, and that changes everything I do. If love comes later, it meets me whole, not waiting to be saved. I don't give from an empty place, I give from what I've made. I don't fear standing alone, I don't fear my truth. Loving me better taught me how to love you too. I love me better now, with my flaws, with my life. I don't need permission to take up space in my life. I choose myself every day in the small things that I do. I love me better now, and I finally believe it's true. I stopped waiting for love and became it. I thought endings meant the dark, that goodbye was where hope goes. But something green started growing in the space you left alone. I stood in what was broken, hands empty, heart unsure. But time kept moving gently, and the ache didn't endure. I learned the soil of loss can still give life its start. Not everything that leaves you takes your heart. I don't fear the final page, I don't fear the door. Some endings clear the sunlight, for some I bloom after goodbye. I walk lighter than before, not because I didn't fall, but because I learned how to rise without hating it all. I don't chase what didn't stay, I don't beg the past to try. I honor what it was, then I let it lie. I trust what's coming slowly, I trust who I've become. The future doesn't scare me now, it feels like home. I bloom after goodbye, in my own time, in my own way. What I lost didn't define me, it just moved me forward from that place. I don't wilt in what is over, I don't live asking why. I carry hope in open hands, I bloom after goodbye. If love finds me again someday, it meets a softer heart, one that knows how endings hurt but don't erase the start. I don't fear loving deeply now, I don't fear the fall. I know how to bloom again after it all. I bloom after goodbye, with my roots and who I am. I don't rush the seasons, I let life take my hand. Every ending shaped my life, every tear taught me why. I am more than what I lost, I bloom after goodbye. This isn't the end, it's where I begin.